Hey guys, and welcome to part 9 of the Sonic Unleashed playthrough. We have finished off the Cool Edge night level, and we're now heading to the next boss, which is coincidentally right next to us, as I slowly walk towards it. The Dark Moray. It's time for another night boss.
Moray sounds fishy again, but I bet it's not. I just had to follow you up on that.
Once is bad enough, Colin. You don't repeat the same pun twice. Puns are bad enough as they are. Which I should fucking learn.
Yeah, you hate puns with a passion, don't you?
Only when they don't work. Most of the time it's ugh. Did I really just hear that? Mainly because Batman and Robin ruined it.
Here, by the way, did you know that Harry Potter can't tell the difference between his best friend and a pot?
What?
They're both called Ron.
Good one. Good for you. Do you feel proud?
Yes. I saw it on Facebook.
Anyway, Dark Moray. It's an eel based. Now, the strategy is these little guys below, you need to defeat them on the lower levels to disable the shield, and you need to go up and get the big man himself. Now, you can use physical attacks, but the best way I suggest is that if you go up to these ice canisters of nitrogen, throw that at the enemy and it'll freeze them. Of course, the green circles there are the weak spots.
See that big flashing thing? That's it.
There we are. Now these nitro canisters, they will explode on their own if you hold them for too long. But if you throw them at the eel creatures down here, they go down in one hit. Oh look, it's the clarinet and the rampaging elephants again, Colin.
Squidward! Squidward!
What if when they're blowing the trumpets, their eyes are all over the place like wonky eyes as they blow them?
And their faces like get gradually redder. Is it just me, or does the dragon look a bit dopey at times?
It does, but then again, why would you expect... You're defending for a dark creature, why is it covered in bright neon colours?
Yeah.
It looks to be a combination of a dragon and an eel, hence why it's called Dark Moray. As in, Moray eel? Yeah.
And there's you telling me off for a bad pun.
Well, you know, best friends love to annoy each other.
See, look, like the dragon looks really dopey there.
Is it because the eyes are going over the place?
It's like when he sort of tilts his head, it's like,
Hey, what's up, dog? Imagine if it spoke.
Oh man, why do you have to do that?
What? You know, those projectiles he's firing, he's not doing a very good job at that, considering how slow they are. But this last hit it's on the top of his head. What you have to do is you have to go in front of him to make him lie down, does that circle attack again, then throw the ice canister at him. But it's very finicky, because sometimes he likes to do this move where spikes come up and then you have to wait until they disappear. Well, at least I got the sun medals, that's all I care about at this point.
You don't care about moon medals?
I think I have enough. At this time, I think I have enough for the last night stage. You need double the amount of sun medals to get the last stage.
Of course, you need to go through more effort in order to do the day stages.
There I go, I somehow froze myself. There you are, weak spot above his head. And that's it.
That looks easy.
It's easy when you know what to do. Fun fact, I caught a glimpse of the Wii version of this boss. Turns out it bled green blood.
Green blood?
Don't know why they didn't put it in here. Yeah, hey enough. A rank, close enough.
It's cool.
Look at that, combat level 21, now into 22, are unlocking new moves. That's one thing I'm going to complain about. Why when you upgrade the combat, it's like one move per level up? It's like, why can't it be like, oh, level 5 you get 10 new additional moves, that's it? Because the max level for that is 30.
Oh boy.
I do like that. Like, oh, I can't be bothered going up the stairs, and I have stretchy arms, so I might as well just use them. The emeralds do look good though. They do look like actual gems that you can buy off the jewelry store.
Yeah.
I bet just someone out there has already got 7 of them.
More than likely some crazy Sonic fan.
There we are. That's continent number 4 restored. Restored. Aye, we're taking back the Earth. So there's just 3 more parts left. 3 more Earth pieces to go, folks.
You know, this has just occurred to me, like, when doing this Let's Play. Does this look very familiar to, like, another sort of, like, game? I don't know if you'll know, Andrew, but it's very similar to the plot of Star Fox Adventures. Because the planet's, like, breaking apart and you need to go to these temples. And you need to, like, return, like, I forget the name. Is it the Force Point Temple Keys? I forget the name.
Mm-hmm.
Spellstones. That's what they're called. You need to return the spellstones like back to the temple, and when you do that, the continent like goes back into the planet.
Okay, so if that's the same plot, then who's the dark guy and who's the guy responsible for splitting the Earth apart?
Well, there's a bit of a plot twist at the end, so I don't want to spoil it.
All right, if we ever get to Star Fox.
I love the Star Fox games.
Again, same with Pokemon. The only thing I've come close to playing Star Fox was Smash Brothers, but that's not really a Star Fox game.
It's a shame though, because like it seems that more people know Fox and Falco from Smash Bros rather than their own franchise.
Well, that's because Nintendo doesn't want to do anything with them. Same goes for Metroid. Well, apart from the 2 Metroid games that were announced at E3.
See, like now that Nintendo's like bringing back the Metroid games, I think like people like need to buy the game so that like they can prove to Nintendo that this is what like Nintendo fans want, not like the 50th Mario game in like the past 5 years.
Boing, 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 boing. Yeah, you get that little hop animation by just tapping on the jump button. Here's me trying to do it. Get it again. Hop all the way to the university.
Oh, what happened there?
I hit Amy.
Okay.
Like, Amy, I've had enough of your shite.
I just thought Sonic was just so excited to go to school. He was skipping along.
Nah, Sonic's always been the one with the cocky attitude.
You can always imagine like Sonic being like the guy that sits at the back of the class and like always like cracks jokes and stuff like that, can't you?
And he'll also be that one that throws those little rolling balls of paper at the teachers.
Mm-hmm.
And the professor has magically disappeared. He's a magician! Professor Pelks. Pelks? What? Well, there you go. That's a new character for you. His long-lost twin brother, Pelks.
Pelks.
Professor Pickle. Houdini.
Are they off to the pub?
Ooh, look at the pretty lights. They're behaving like moths, actually.
Oh, that scene from Bug's Life has just popped in my mind. You know, the flies are like attracted to that fly buzzer. I
can't help it. It's so beautiful.
You see a Pizza Planet truck in the background.
Nice little references,
Is it every Pixar movie there's like a Pizza Planet truck that like appears in the background? It's kind of like the Stan Lee cameos of Pixar movies.
I believe there was one in Finding Nemo where the what's his name, Gil, is explaining his plan to get away from the Bacta tank, and then it shows the animation of the bag rolling across the road. One of the cars that just happens to pass by is the pizza van truck. Mm-hmm. It's a blink and miss moment. That's Orbot clapping at our poor attempt at the puns.
He laid the fuck smack on him.
There's a little graphical glitch here in this particular version of this cutscene, actually. Watch Eggman's moustache when he's up against the screens, it'll disappear.
Oh, okay, I've never noticed this.
Watch closely at his moustache, right from here, when he lifts his head as he's laughing.
Finally, my ambitions will be achieved.
So it does.
And that doesn't happen on the 360 version.
No?
Nope, there it goes to show that the 360 version is the better version. Alright, now we're off to a brand new country, folks, and this time the professor's moved location because I think he wants to go on holiday. Welcome to Shamar, the deserts.
So it's pretty much like Egypt?
Yes. all sand. Anakin, what did you think about sand?
I don't like sand. It's coarse and rough. And it gets everywhere. Did you see like there's this meme where like Obi-Wan like confronts like Anakin and Mustafar, and it's like, you've allowed this Sith Lord to enter and twist your mind until now you've become the very thing you swore to destroy. Then you just see Anakin like as a big pile of sand. You've become the very thing you swore to destroy.
Now you're describing that scenario, it kind of reminds me of that Sonic Shorts where it's Sonic Adventure when you first meet Eggman. He's like, oh look, a giant talking egg, and it's actually an egg, and then a random spoon comes out of nowhere. Of course. Fucking invisible wall. I can't go straight to the stage. No, I must talk to the professor. This particular music gets me in the mood to dance, actually. Like the clapping and all that.
I can just imagine you going on a holiday to Egypt, you won't stop dancing, would you?
Well, I don't know how to dance for shit in real life, so... But it's just the music that gets you feeling. Okay, Lasagna, what's up with your left leg there?
It's like, I've been super glued to the stairs.
Well, there goes my speed. Not bad looking office for moving from Italy to Egypt.
I thought that was a giant crayon on the left there.
What, at the top right there?
Like, see, just to the left of the screen. I thought that was like a giant crayon.
This is the one part I think, again, where you constantly have to go back to the professor to say, oh, can I go into the next level, please? Yes, son, on you go. Go and make go make daddy proud. You're not related!
Could you imagine if, like, they were?
Then again, I don't know what the comics have to say, because the comics go really into depth of his backstory.
It's a different sort of canon, isn't it?
Yeah.
Comics.
Like the games are not canon to the comics.
Do you see that like they've now like ended the Archie comics like after how many years has that been going on for? Like now 25 years the Archie comics has been going, and now they're finally like ending it.
Aww. That's a shame. Anyway, there's our last upgrade for daytime Sonic anyway, the Lightspeed Dash. Didn't we have that by default in Heroes?
Like, Sonic, how do you keep losing that ability? Like, he doesn't even have it in Sonic Colors either.
And here's me trying to get a bit here, and the Tardigan Miracle's fucking with me a bit here. Well, I might as well just show this hub world off a little bit.
And who the hell left a videotape there? Are you meaning to tell me that someone just camped up there for the night with a videotape player?
No, what you don't know is that there was this random traveller that went with a video camera to explore the world. Well, before I go into the story, I'll explain what this is. This hourglass essentially lets you change the day and night. And this is all you get, just a load screen of the sun momentals. But on the 360 version, what you would get instead is a cutscene of Sonic but transforming back and forth between the Werehog. Whereas in the PS3, you just get a flat load screen.
I wonder why that is. Maybe frame rate? Like, did it just look absolutely crap on the PS3 version?
Well, it's odd when you think of it, considering the Blu-ray is somewhat better and should be able to handle more data than a DVD, which is a standard 360 disc.
But then I think, like, back in the early years of the PS3, like, a lot of third-party companies like had trouble like developing for the PS3 because of how complex it was.
It wasn't until like the second half of its life cycle where they started to figure out how it worked.
Yeah, because pretty much like back in the early years, the only people that knew how it worked were Sony themselves.
Anyway, back to that story I was trying to explain earlier. When you said, why is there a random VHS tape there? What you don't know is that there was a traveller here that had this video camera, right? Goes around filming all these locations for a documentary. But then he forgets to take the video. He takes the videotape out so that it doesn't overheat. But then he forgets to put it back in before he has to pack up and leave. That's why we found it there. This is a lie.
In case if you didn't know, and in case if you were starting to believe that bullshit story.
Oh, fucking you and your sword and shield. Oh, look at that. Well, you saw that there. The one time that the spin kick's actually useful.
But are you meant to tell me that robot was like just standing in that wee alleyway just in case if Sonic was to just walk through there?
Imagine the day in life of him just standing there 24/7. Anyway, Lightspeed Dash, all you need to do is go up to a Trail of Ruins and press the triangle button. unlike Generations, which only lets you do the lightspeed dash in Pacific rings, the game Unleashed here allows you to do the lightspeed dash on any trail of rings. Anyway, on to the next stage, Daytime, Arid Sands. This is when the daytime stages start getting a bit trickier.
Yeah, I remember this one.
Where they actually put the citizens in the path and their obstacles.
Their obstacle?
Yes, if you crash into one, they don't fall over, they're just like as if you're hitting a wall.
Huh. Well, never hit into one of them before, but...
Yeah, it's very possible, and yeah, here's me losing track of it. It's like, this is where they put all the skills you've learned, they put you to the test. Like, you see there, look, there's citizens in the way. Then again, if it was realistically that, they should be dead.
Yeah. Or at least fall over or something, like the speed that he's going at.
Oh, it's the rampaging elephants for daytime now with the music. Whee! Like, stuff like this you won't be able to remember off the first time you play it.
Yeah, it's like one of these levels where it's like, you get better at it like the more you replay it.
Mm-hmm. This particular drift used to fuck me up the most times because, again, the drift is not in this game's not as good as it is in Generations, where you can try holding the analog stick in as far to the left or right as you can, but you're still gonna go sliding to the opposite direction. The amount of times I've tried to drift and I've constantly fall off that pit that was on the left. And this is where they expect you to do a lot of quick step because all these falling poles here.
See, I think that would like kind of screw with people like the first time playing it.
Aye, because you don't know when it's gonna fall. And this is where they throw these little things like right here, the Eggman monitors. They're essentially the springs, but they force you back.
Troll springs.
Yes, they even have a little high-pitched laughter. Might as well be the troll song. This is an optional shotgun. This is where... You remember those QTE panels that we've bouncing off since Rooftop Run?
Yeah.
This is where they start to become randomized. If you fail that, you will die. This is why I do not like QTEs in general.
You know what I hate about QTEs? Like, see when like you're watching a cutscene, and it's like when you're watching a cutscene, like your sort of like first thing that you do is like put the controller down so you can like take a break. But then like a fucking like controller icon like just randomly flashes on the screen and you're like, oh shit, and then you die because of it.
Resident Evil 4 and 5 would like to have a word with you about that. At least with RE6, well, in-game there's a ton of QTs in that, but there's none in the cutscenes. At least they were smart enough to figure out that decision. Yeah, like I said, this is a tough stage to S rank. Like, it requires you to be almost frame perfect. And as we continue wandering into the desert, we'll see you in the next part, folks.